What is going on, my creatures of the night? Good to see each and every one of you again. It is that time of year again, where I dissect the absolute worst of the worst that our ears can be presented. This, my friends, is the worst songs of 2019. I say this every year, but I'm going to keep the tradition here. Keep in mind, this is my worst songs, not the worst songs. If you do not like my opinion for whatever reason, or do not think the greatest of me, you do most certainly have the option to kindly leave my YouTube channel. Also, to avoid death threats or attacks from specific groups of fans, I will not be including or mentioning Billie Eilish in this video at all. I am not a fan of her, but I would rather not deal with the backlash. I will also not be mentioning artists such as XXXTentacion or Juice WRLD out of respect for their unfortunate passings. Also because X fans are lethal. And also because I'm actually a fan of Juice WRLD, so I have nothing bad to say about him. Sorry guys, I'm much more mellow than the JD of old, and things have changed in the cyber worlds, and I've learned that the hard way more than once. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get into this. So let's start with number 10. Number 10 is Memories by Maroon 5. I'll be the first to say I am not a big Maroon 5 fan. Their earlier stuff was okay, but once they found that generic pop sound that sold records, they kind of just stuck with that for the past 10 to 11 years. And this song really is no different. Maroon 5 is really just that band that's there when you need a generic, wholesome pop band with a dude that uses his looks and takes his shirt off to attract female listeners. Some of the lyrics are okay, but I don't know, Maroon 5 just really does not have that it factor that makes their music stand out anymore. It's just not special anymore. I mean, they did moves like Jagger, and they've been trying to recapture that lightning in a bottle for many, many years now. Fact for you, here's a fact. Lightning most certainly does not strike in the same fucking place twice. And they could most certainly benefit from learning that. Number 9 is I Ain't No Dumb Blonde by Avril Lavigne featuring Nicki Minaj. I don't know how the fuck this happened, or why the fuck this happened. I haven't listened to Avril Lavigne since the good old days, like 2004, 2005. But man, this is not what I had expected from Avril Lavigne at all. The song in a whole is just incredibly lazy and uninspired. They're trying to make this song like an anthem for girls, but it really just ain't clicking. Also not a big Nicki Minaj fan, but I'm going to avoid saying anything too bad about her to avoid my house being egged. But I will say that it is ironic that somebody who has literally been the staple Barbie doll of music for the past 10 years, her fans even referred to her as Barbs, or her fans are even referred to as Barbs, my apologies. But yeah, someone who is literally the female Barbie doll is saying she's not a Barbie doll. And yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you guys think about that. Number 8 is Clap Back by Iggy Azalea. 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. 5 fucking years I've been doing these yearly worst song videos. And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but this bitch ends up on every one of my lists every single year. Even though she has not been relevant since 2014. And I've said this before, she's never had any talent whatsoever. Yet year after year, she continues to put out more and more trash to attempt to revamp her career or try her best to stay relevant. There is nothing I can say about this music or Iggy Azalea that I have not said before over and over again. She is just not good. She's really just not that good of an artist. Call me an asshole for having an opinion, but like, fuck man, I'm sure there are many people out there that can agree with me. Number 7, I'm going to go with Press by Cardi B. Cardi B has definitely worked hard to be where she is in the music industry. I respect the hustle. I respect where she is from. However, this song sucks. It's just annoying. It's just press, 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 press. Like, fuck, man. It's like yelling into my ear. It's not one of her better songs. I'm not a fan of her musically, and this song is not doing her any justice whatsoever. It's literally one of her worst songs. Most of the lyrics are quite incompetent. She has done much better than this, and that comes a lot. That's a lot coming from a guy that's not a fan of her music. Number 6 is Dear Future Self by Fall Out Boy featuring Wyclef Jean. Growing up in the alternative emo scene era, that's where I spent most of my teen years. Old Fall Out Boy was one of the staples of that era. Flash forward to recent years, and they changed into like this pop band, and I'm just not fucking feeling it. This song specifically sounds like absolutely no effort was put into it. It sounds incredibly uninspired and is more of a shell of what Fall Out Boy once was. I'm not too sure what they're trying to do here. Number 5 is Me by Taylor Goddamn Swift, another artist who cannot seem to get off my worst lists. In the past, I've said I've been very vocal. I don't like Taylor Swift at all. This song serves her no justice. Brandon Urie and her collabing, the idea sounds good, but was executed incredibly poorly. The song is just childish and confusing. The lyrics have absolutely no substance. Taylor Swift has really just stopped trying, and she has really just shifted from what she used to be. I wasn't a big fan of her back in 2009 when she was just a country pop teenage girl, but back then I could tolerate some of her country pop stuff. Now I can't even listen to her music anymore. The song also sounds like majority of her recent songs, and I'm getting kind of sick of it. Number 4 is Light It Up by Marshmello featuring Chris Brown. Ugh. I'm not a huge modern EDM guy. I respect the genre, but I've never dove in super deep into it. So I can't say too much musically. There's another reason why I put this song on the list. But first of all, I'll say, I actually used to enjoy some of Marshmello's older music. If I was in the right mood and if it was a vibe, for sure. This song isn't really anything special, however. I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that Marshmello would collaborate with Chris Brown, the dude who beat up Rihanna, and never truly apologized for it. Got a tattoo of a woman's beaten up face to commemorate him beating up Rihanna. Something about him launching a merch line entitled This Bitch Lying, and relates to a woman who accused him of sexual assault. Kind of a mockery of something very serious. Apparently he pointed a gun to a chick's head inside of his home. His ex had to get a restraining order against him for threatening her with a knife and pushing her down the stairs. I can't confirm that everything here is 100% true, as most of it is just things I've heard or just from news sources. I'm sure some of it definitely is. There's just so much shit about him. I don't know why anyone would want to... I don't know why anybody would want to work with him or promote his name. Number 3 is Vroom 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 by Lil Pump. If Lil Pump continues to make music, I am going to continue to put his music on my lists. I slowly saw my intelligence deteriorate after listening to approximately 30 seconds of this song. This song has no fucking actual substance. It's just vroom 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 vroom. It's fucking stupid. Lil Pump is just utter fucking trash, man. What the fuck is happening to music now? How is this garbage music getting out there? I literally felt myself getting repetitively hit in the foot with a sledgehammer listening to this song. I would genuinely rather have somebody blow an air horn right into my fucking ear and listen to that for 10 hours than have to listen to Lil Pump. Why doesn't somebody make a generic trap beat and I'll record myself making stupid noises, and yeah, then I'm pretty much Lil Pump. Number 2 is Senorita by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. I don't know, man. This song is just, it's repetitive, overplayed, a little overrated. The vocals and lyrics are kind of just generic and overly catchy. It's just a bland song. I just feel like it's just a song that anybody could do, anybody could sing, and it's really just a song to try and push Shawn and Camila as a celebrity couple, which is kind of whack as fuck. Anyone could have sung this song. It doesn't stand out in any way. It's just overrated and overplayed in my opinion. There are no dishonorable mentions this year. So number 1. My number 1 worst song of 2019. We are dissecting the worst of the worst. We are looking for the epitome of horse shit. Number 1 is Catitude by Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fucking goddamn motherfucking fuck? This song is just garbage, man. The song's just fucking nasty. They're trying to be empowering, but it's a song about her vagina. It's so fucking cringe. It's just fucking awful. Again, it's the worst of the worst. Miley, again, has barely any substance to her lyricism. It's just random vagina shit. It's kind of hoish and kind of trashy, and it is truly the epitome of garbage. It's the worst of the worst. Again, I've said that like 3 or 4 times now, but it is the worst of 2019. And the sad thing is that Miley Cyrus actually has somewhat of a talent to be a decent artist. She's actually capable of putting together decent music, and it's been shown in the past. Even her on Black Mirror was fucking great, but I don't know what the fuck she's doing with this song. This is worse than Bangers, and that is that's a huge statement. But yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is my worst songs of 2019. It's been not the greatest year for the music industry, but there's been a lot of good to it as well. Happy 2020, everybody. I don't know if you guys saw my thank you CKN video. Wanted to wish you guys a very happy new year, and I hope that this decade is greatly fulfilling for each and every one of you. Thank you guys to those who are still around and those who support JD, even though I go away from time to time. It's good to be here, and it's good to be back. And yeah, feel free to comment whatever you gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. Rock on.